Hello Worthington, here we go again. I'll be your captain again on another video, so get your oars in the water. Just pay attention please, and I hope you get a chance to work with me. We're going to work with some basic equations and some inequalities just as a review, things you did in algebra. And an equation is when two things are equal, alright? And one of the things you want to be able to do is solve them, alright? There's one locker combination that will equal your locker opening up. Everything else will fail. It will not work, okay? So we want to find the answer. And in math, we use letters to represent things. And then we want to solve for that variable. So you can probably do a lot of these equations in your head. That's not the point. The point is get the letter by itself to solve any equation, which means undo whatever's affecting it. So if it's being added to, we should subtract. It's being multiplied, we should divide. It's being divided, we should multiply. So you're always undoing with the inverse operation. So here's x plus 3 is 9. It's positive 3. It's combined. We're going to add the opposite. And we get x is 6, and you've done thousands of these. Okay? 3x is 9 divided by 3, because x is being multiplied by 3. X equals 3. Next one, x is being divided by 3. We're going to multiply by 3. And x equals 27. If you have a fraction timesing a letter, to undo that, you should multiply by the reciprocal. So 9 times 3 halves, hopefully you can handle that. 27 over 2, you multiply straight across. And that's 13 and a half. I'm going fast because these are basic. 3x positive 3 is 9. If more than one thing is affecting a variable, always undo combining first, which is adding or subtracting. So to undo a positive 3, you're going to say subtract. I'm going to say add negative 3. It's the same idea, but always undo combining first. 3x is 6 divided by 3 divided by 3. X equals 2. Okay? This one here is written where you got to start. You're taking something away and want to know when you hit that. The 20 is combined. Got to undo that first. So this is really taking us back to our beginning algebra, solving for a variable in an equation. I believe x is 14. If you have parentheses, you're going to have to knock them out using the distributive. So negative 4x negative 8 equals 12. And work from there. Undo combining. Negative 4x equals 20. X equals negative 5. Okay? Alright, now this one's got letters on both sides. We can't keep it that way. The idea is to get the letter by itself so you can figure out what it is. Well, it can't be on two separate sides. So we want to undo one of them by adding the opposite. So I'm undoing the negative 2m because I think that's smart to undo a negative. And that'll lead me to m's on the right or the left-hand side. So I've got 6m, negative 8 equals 6. Undo combining. 6m equals 14. Divided by 6. M equals whatever that is. I believe it's 2 1/3. Okay? So this is all old hat review, get the letter by itself. There we go. Now, the difference between an equality and inequality, two things are not equal. So I would use the example of a Big Mac compared to a cheeseburger. Big Mac is obviously bigger, it's heavier, they don't equal one another. Alright, now, it's going to stay that way. Now you can do something like I could add some fries over here, and I could add some fries over here, and this side would still stay bigger. So with inequalities, there's one thing bigger than the other thing, and we learn how to graph that. So here I'm saying I don't want x to be 3, I want it to be bigger than 3. So this is where we find 3 in our number line. So if that's 0, 1, 2, this would be 3, and I got to ask myself, is 3 an answer to this inequality? No, it's not, because it doesn't say x can equal 3, it says x is greater than 3. So we would put an open circle at 3, and then anything to the where would be bigger than 3, and it would be anything to the right. So we would have a picture of the answers. You're not going to start listing out the answers. Okay, it's an infinite amount of answers. Now, this one here says x is less than or equal to 3. So if I go back to my number line and I find 3 again, now 3 is part of the solution set. 3 is an answer, so we want to fill that dot in. Less than means to the left, so we would have everything going off that way. So you got to find 3. That's the boundary, and then you got to say, what do I do at 3, and then where do I go from there? Okay? Now, this one has got two pieces to it. x be less than -3 or x be greater than 3. It's called a compound inequality. So I'd have to find -3 on my number line and +3 on my number line, and I have to display the solutions from those points. So x is less than -3, so -3 is not a solution, open circle. Less than means go to the left. Or, on the other hand, x could be greater than 3. Okay? So there we go, and we have those answers. All right, now, the next one doesn't have the word or, it has the word and I've changed the direction of the inequalities, actually. X greater than -3, and x is less than 3. So if I find -3, I find +3, this is one where I'm bigger than one, but at the same time less than the other one, so that you get what I call tweeners for solutions. Okay? So, different ways you can see inequalities graphed, one condition, more than one condition. Okay.